Another subject that I really am passionate about is prevention. Because at the end of the day, what's the goal? Quality, longevity. And looking fabulous is absolutely one of the goals. But number one is without health, you've got nothing, okay? You don't want to lose your brain. You don't want to have heart disease. You don't want to have blood vessel disease. You want to keep your DNA healthy. You don't want to have allergies, environmental allergies, etc. You don't want to grow brown spots. I mean, I can go on and on about all the things that you don't want to have. But what you do want to have is quality longevity. You want to have energy. You want to have brain power. You want to have inner peace. You want to sleep well, okay? You want your hair to be good in the big picture. So let's start with memory. Number one, on the website, and there's a lot of different things that enter into memory. If your thyroid's low, your memory's not going to be good, nor is your mood. If you're an unhappy person for a variety of reasons, your memory's not going to be good because you're going to be dealing with a lot of other things. If your adrenals are low, and Adrenal Life Force is on the website because Adrenal Life Force gives people inner peace. If you're losing your hair, it's either your thyroid or your adrenals. It's usually your adrenals first. And so, and it takes a month for your hair to start to come back. So Adrenal Life Force, thyroid support, all those things are there because they're helping to prevent or reverse. Because no matter how hard we try to be in a good place in life, we go through yin and yang and ups and downs, and we need help. But with memory, pregnenolone is the mother hormone. It goes downhill as we go down the path of life, and you use it to make your brain snappier, to remember, to focus. Actors use it for remembering their lines. People who are public speakers, I use it. We all use it in order to remember words. So pregnenolone gives you some body energy too. It makes you in a happier place. It's not going to do anything bad to anything. It doesn't impact your hormones. It basically just impacts your brain. So the pregnenolone I keep on the website is 25 milligrams per pill. You start out with one pill. If in the morning your brain is terrible, then you take one in the morning. If in the afternoon your brain is terrible, you take one in the afternoon, okay? But if your adrenals and your thyroid are low, those are foundational issues. You have to deal with those first. And then it's pregnenolone. That's the second thing that you add in there. What I'll often do is start with pregnenolone, and then I add memory support, particularly in people who have families where there's a lot of Alzheimer's. Now, Alzheimer's is an inflammatory condition. If you're healthy internally, if your gut's healthy, if you're taking antioxidants, it's really hard to have Alzheimer's. The memory support, some people need more, okay? So pregnenolone, memory support. Some people take 2 memory support in the morning, none in the afternoon. Some people take 1 memory support in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And nowadays, people are working longer hours. They're sitting there. They're locked in. They're not getting enough exercise. And so memory support helps. It's very synergistic with pregnenolone, okay? Preventing aging and disease of just every sort. What you want is, number one, the most important thing in today's COVID world, look, if it's not this virus, it's going to be another virus. There's viruses all the time. Flu, some sort of virus has always been around. But vitamin D is critical, okay? Virtually everybody needs 5,000 IU's per day. The one that I have has vitamin K in it. Vitamin K helps prevent heart disease, blood vessel disease. It's good for your bones. If you're a cat on a hot tin roof, if you're flogging yourself, if you're stressed, I have a lot of people who are taking vitamin D, 5,000 IU's a day, 4 days a week, and they're taking 10,000 a day, 3 days a week. Most importantly, whenever you go to the doctor, whenever you have blood work done, and everybody should have a vitamin D blood level done every time they have blood work, and you want it to be high normal. The higher it is, the more you're protected, not just from COVID and from viruses, but it's also shown to be very anti-cancer. So at the end of the day, everybody in the world, even children, even babies, should be on vitamin D, okay? American Academy of Pediatrics has recommendations for vitamin D for babies. You should talk to your pediatrician about that as well, but it's generally about 2,000, but talk to your doctor about that one. Vitamin D, number one. Number two, glutathione, okay? Now, most of you know very little about glutathione. It's the master antioxidant. It's one of the most important things that you can take, whether it be for preventing brown spots, acne, enlarged pores, rosacea, any total body inflammation, aging, disease. Glutathione, there's a wellspring of information and medical studies that show that with COVID, the first thing that people should be getting is IV glutathione, okay? You can take it by mouth. I keep on my website, and I take it every day myself. Glutathione, it's 500 milligrams per teaspoon. You will get energy from it. It's incredibly anti-inflammatory. It helps prevent brown spots, whether it be on your hands, your arms, your face. It's anti-aging. It's anti-breaking down collagen. It is one of the most important things that people should be taking. And look, if you're a drinker, okay, or even if you're just going out for an evening and you're going to drink, you should have a teaspoon of glutathione before, and you will notice that you feel better the next day. So does it do things like prevent hangovers, etc.? Absolutely. Okay, glutathione. Why? It's the master, strongest antioxidant in the body. Next comes vitamin C. I keep two kinds on the website. One is alkalized C because it's 4,000 milligrams per teaspoon. Most people can't start out with 4,000 milligrams per teaspoon because that's strong. Your gut has to get acclimated. It has to get accustomed to it. Now, if you've got constipation, 4,000 milligrams will usually help get rid of your constipation. But I have people start out with a half a teaspoon a day, okay? And after a month, they work up to a teaspoon a day, 4,000. You put it in water. It tastes good. And it's, again, in the vein of brown spots. What does your body need to make collagen, whether it be in your joints or in your skin or making hair or anything that's in your body? Your body it lives on vitamin C. So there's alkalized C. The other kind is a new form that is only recently been available because they just couldn't access it. They only learned how to do it, is Camu Camu. And my Camu Camu has some raw cacao in it, has no sweet, okay? It's about 3,000 per teaspoon. It has a little spoon that comes with it. It tastes yummy. I have people alternate between alkalized C and Camu Camu because they both, look, they're both vitamin C, but the body responds to them differently, and they both have different layers of extra things in there. And it's good, just like it's good to vary your probiotics, it's good to vary your vitamin C's. Quercetin. Quercetin is one of the most important things, whether it be anti-COVID. Okay, vitamin C, incredibly anti-COVID. If I had COVID, what I would be doing is getting IV vitamin C and IV glutathione. I'd make sure my vitamin D level was great. I'd be doing quercetin and I'd be doing my organic sulfur, then I wouldn't have had COVID in the first place. And quercetin. If you've got environmental allergies and you suffer with your sinuses, all those sort of things, quercetin is known to be incredibly anti-allergy. People have really bad allergies, have to take 2 pills twice a day. Most people take 1 pill twice a day, or at least 1 pill a day, but it's also known to be incredibly anti-cancer, okay? Prevention, reversal, quercetin, very important. The other thing is our DNA gets mutated, okay? So why do I have gynostemma on the website? It's been known for 1,000 years, taken by the royal families in Japan and China, where it came from, to help reverse and prevent DNA damage, okay? Now, let's talk for a second. Let me digress for a second to my common repair. Sun protection, okay? Part of what damages your DNA is sun, but so does inflammation, which is why you care about glutathione, vitamin C. You want to prevent, you want to help reverse the DNA damage, which is going to happen from inflammation, because life is an inflammatory event. We can't prevent it 100%. Just like we can't fix our hormones 100% once we become menopausal or andropausal in the case of men, but we can all make it better and prevent and reverse. So gynostemma, very important. My common repair, okay, on your skin. It's not just keeping the sun from going down and breaking down the collagen and the skin components and aging you, but it's an environmental shield. It's helping prevent the sun pass through and damage your DNA. You use it, I don't care if you're in the middle of nighttime, you use it once a day, because it's helping to reverse the damage that sun, stress, inflammation, emotional trauma, all those things cause in our body. And all those things are increasing inflammation, damages our DNA, breaks down our telomeres. And so my common repair is, even though it's one of the strongest sun protections on the market because it's so full of zinc, it has none of the bad titaniums, it has none of the octals and the chemicals which inflame your skin. It's a zinc, it is a physical barrier, but it's also got a serum in there that is repairing your DNA. Gynostemma, you take it by mouth, 1 pill twice a day. It helps repair the DNA, incredibly anti-aging. That's why the Japanese and the Chinese knew to take it. And I'm sure other cultures, but it came out of Asia. So it's been known for years. It used to be nobody could get it except it was only kept for the royal families, okay? So, hooray, we've got gynostemma for us. And so the other thing is melatonin. Melatonin, you don't just take it for sleep. Melatonin is known to be anti-breast and prostate cancer. It's next to glutathione. It's the strongest antioxidant. So you take it also for anti-aging, anti-disease, prevention, reversal, prostate, breast, and anti-inflammatory, anti-aging. So very important. Now, if you have wild dreams, you can't take, that means you have enough melatonin. So then, and if you're a little bit depressed, you can take 5-HTP. 5-HTP increases the serotonin, and it makes the happy neurotransmitter, so it makes you happy. So some nights you take 5-HTP, sometimes you make melatonin, but at least melatonin, if you do not have wild dreams, melatonin, because it's known to be anti-breast, anti-prostate, to help with those things, okay? Anti-aging. Zinc, anti-disease, okay? Everybody should be taking zinc. Organic sulfur. Organic sulfur is detoxifying, and it's making collagen, whether it be new hair, new nails, new eyelashes, new joints, new skin. And it's helping to get rid of heavy metals. We're also full of heavy metals nowadays that it helps get rid of lead and mercury and aluminum and all the things that get vaccinated into us and all the things that are in food, all the things that are in pollution, all the things that are in the air. Okay, so everybody, in my opinion, I beg people to take organic sulfur, and you put it in hot water. You put a fresh slice of lemon in there. You're adding more layers of detoxification. And if you have aches and pains, any sort of chronic pain, any sort of old injuries, athletes, organic sulfur. What have I forgotten? Let's see. Your thyroid, your adrenals, magnesium. Everybody should be taking magnesium. Janet, what am I forgetting? Magnesium, okay? Magnesium is very important for all your cells to work well. B vitamins, okay? I use methyl B complex because methyl B complex is a methylated form of B vitamins, which they found is incredibly important. Now, your blood should always be tested for homocysteine, which is a chemical. So when you go to the doctor or whenever you get blood work, test for homocysteine. Homocysteine is a chemical which tells if your body's starting to degrade. Nobody knows if it's a genetic thing or it's due to an enzyme of self-destruction, basically. But optimized methylation is to lower homocysteine because high homocysteine causes an increased risk of Alzheimer's and also an increased, it inflames you more, makes your cholesterol stickier, okay? Why do I have time-release niacin? Look, if your triglycerides are high, the only thing that lowers your triglycerides is time-release niacin. Time-release niacin, you can never take it on an empty stomach. It helps clean your liver. High triglycerides are worse than high cholesterol. If your HDL is low, your quote, good cholesterol. If your HDL is low, that's a genetic thing. Time-release niacin helps bring that up. So does omega-3 fish oil. And not 369, but only omega-3 fish oil, okay? And I've already talked about zinc. I've already talked about that too. The other thing is L-lysine. But optimized methylation, methyl B complex. Methyl B complex has all the B vitamins. B vitamins give you energy. Your skin loves B vitamins. Your hair loves B vitamins. The other thing is L-lysine, incredibly anti-viral. If you have herpes, genital or cold sores, okay, and for your skin loves lysine. It needs lysine to make new collagen. So I always recommend that people take lysine, 1 pill twice a day if you start to get herpes, and it prevents shingles. In the vein of my concern about people getting vaccinated, it helps prevent shingles, okay? So it's one of the first things that I put people on. The other thing is red yeast rice. Red yeast rice is nature's statin, okay? So if your cholesterol and your LDL are high, but your triglycerides are low, then what do I put people on? Red yeast rice, because it doesn't irritate the liver. It doesn't elevate your liver enzymes. It doesn't cause you to have increase your risk of Alzheimer's. And so red yeast rice does the same thing as the pharmaceutical statins without the downside and without the side effect. I think, the other thing is gamma E. Okay, if your platelets are high, you do gamma E. And also, if you take vitamin C, you should take 1 gamma E a day because gamma E regenerates your vitamin C and makes it last twice as long. So you're getting more bang for your buck, okay? So very important, gamma E as well. If you have high platelets, what that means is that your vitamin E but it's not just vitamin E. It has to be the gamma form or the tocotrienol form of E. And then last but not least is your bones. Look, people think when they age and they get jowls in their neck and da-da-da, it's just their skin. No, remember, aging is your bones are thinning. So strontium, I'm a huge fan of strontium. And strontium is remineralizes your bones along with thyroid, along with vitamin C. So strontium, very important. And then you go to the hormones, because once your hormones get low, they've shown that if you don't replace them, and you have to replace them correctly, you can never do an oral estrogen. You can do a cream. Look, there are some pills, but the most bioidentical, the most mimic nature is the cream form of hormones, okay? So in the vein of prevention and reversal, and on top of that, you've got to be happy and be at peace. But all those things, feeling good, helps you look good and helps prevent not only as much as we have control over, and then getting rid of heavy metals. There's your organic sulfur. Your minerals help get rid of eating green, eating garlic and onions, eating right for your blood type. And then if you are full of heavy metals, which most people are, and there's testing that really has to be done, and it's not blood testing, it's urine testing that you have to do, then metachlor, okay? Metachlor helps get rid of a lot of the heavy metals, primarily mercury. Mercury poisons our brain, poisons our bones, makes our bones thin, increases our risk of having fractures. And then EDTA, which now they can put it underneath your tongue, and that helps get rid of more lead. And even if we're eating organic, we still, because it's in the soil, we're getting lots of lead. Most people I see, and I treat people around the world, are full of lead and mercury and aluminum and other things which come out over time, things we've not even heard of. So that's a good tutorial on prevention. Hope that helps. Thank you very much.